Well, you can never underestimate leadership and peer pressure in the locker room. I thought last year we had the best chemistry and really probably the best morale on this football team in any prior year that I've been a part of in the National Football League. And I think that made a difference in the way we played last year. Did some of that chemistry dissipate for a lot of reasons? Clearly, we've got to find and we've got to develop and empower more of our young players to develop leadership skills. I think we have a lot of good football players on this team, Gene. We've got to be lucky and not have as many injuries. You know, you have 15 guys on injured reserve last year, and 8 of them were starters at different times during the season. We don't hide behind those excuses, but those are realities. So, no, we've got a lot of football players on this team, good football players on this team. And we just need to get them healthy and be able to keep them healthy during the season. We've got to improve our offensive line. But I think we got some good offensive players. We just got to get some of them healthy, and we've got to figure out if some of them can still play at the level that we expect them to play. But that's clearly a priority. We need to, use the right word, get a big defensive guy on our defensive line to bring out the best in Big John. We've got to get better play from our quarterback position. We've got some other decisions to make on offense.
Better play from what position?
Our quarterback position. And that doesn't mean that I don't have great confidence in David Garrard. I think having said all of that, is the offensive line is going to make a big difference in David Garrard when we give him a little more time. Our receiving corps has got to get better. And our secondary, which going into last season, I would have thought that our secondary was probably going to be as good as any in the league, and they've underperformed. It has something to do with our pass rush and not pressuring the quarterback, so we've got to get better there. And we can't give up the big plays, and we've got to play more disciplined. I think it's more that than anything, if we got to be more disciplined in our secondary. I extended Jack's contract because I had tremendous confidence in Jack that would lead this football team and eventually bring a championship to Jacksonville. I haven't changed my mind on that. I think Jack is the right coach to lead this team. Does he need to do some things better? Absolutely. Do I need to do things better? Absolutely. Do some of his coaches need to do things better? Absolutely.